University is a place of freedom, a place where you don't have the pressure of school or college and no parents.
Pressure, woo!
Every year, thousands of students enroll and become freshers. Being a fresher is all about learning new things, meeting new people, having a good time, with a little bit of studying thrown in somewhere. Alcohol, drugs and sex are some of the many concerns of parents, but my question is this really what they should be worried about? What about homesickness? With a lack of contact with parents, loneliness can quickly develop into depression. So I asked some freshers what depression meant to them.
Well, actually, when I first moved in, the only thing that I was thinking was how fun it's going to be.
It sounded like uni was so much easier to handle than what the reality of the situation is.
It's just an issue that like millions and millions of people suffer from. But nobody introduces themselves and says that's what they have, in the same way that people say that they have diabetes or whatever else.
When you move in, on the first day of term, you are introduced with lots of new faces, mostly who you know nothing about and who are probably going to be very different from you. Some people enroll to university and keep problems they're having all bottled up because they feel embarrassed. Over your first year, you should always be honest about how you are feeling. The last thing you need when you're attending that 10 a.m. lecture is to be stressed as well as hungover. So what is depression? According to the NHS website, depression is more than just feeling up or down for a few days. Depression is a complex mental disorder which is on the up. It is an important issue which everyone needs to understand, especially students. One of the most severe and disturbing symptoms of depression is attempted suicide, self-harm and suicide itself, most common in adults younger than 25. But this documentary isn't about worrying students and pointing the finger, it's more to spread awareness about a growing issue. So why do I care so much? In late November of my first term at university, one of my flatmates took their own life. They were an outgoing individual and none of us knew anything about their situation. To me, it seemed like it affected everyone. Since then, I've been moved into a new flat, leaving my old flatmates behind, who now live in private housing. My attendance of lectures has dropped, and I attend counselling every week. A big change from the Freshers' Week I was used to. No one should have to suffer in silence. I've been in regular contact with the mother of my late flatmate, and she gave her opinion on this growing issue.
I can only speak about it in the United States, and I think in the United States it is taken very seriously. In the case of my daughter, I don't think anyone was aware of how depressed she was. There's always room for improvement, but I think it is known to be a very serious issue.
After everything that happened, I was put in contact with the university counselling department almost immediately. The counselling service helped me to realise that even though I was very close with my flatmate, there was nothing I or anyone else could have done. Had I been aware of this issue of depression at the time, things may be different now for myself and my flatmates. I asked the accommodation services exactly how they feel about depression and how they plan on handling it.
It's not something that we've noticed specifically over the last few years. I think what's come to light more so is more stress-related concerns from students or issues, and obviously we deal with those as on a case-by-case basis. But in terms of depression specifically, that's not something that has raised itself as a specific issue over the last few years.
But how should we spread this awareness? Instead of bombarding freshers with shows like Sun, Sex and Suspicious Parents and warning us about the dangers of STIs so frequently, help us to understand other issues as well. I will never forget my first term of university. If there is one thing that I can do to help people who are daunted by university and becoming a fresher, it would be to shine a light on these issues which are hidden by the media every day. Don't now treat everyone around you like they're a bomb waiting to detonate. Let your friends know that there is always someone to talk to, and don't bottle your own problems up either. And most of all, enjoy your freshers year. You only get one after all.
Hey.